The Iowa Hawkeyes deliver a Big Ten Conference upset over number 24 Michigan State. And I gotta tell you, I think Caitlin Clark might just be a lucky charm for them. So this game started out kind of sloppy, even though Michigan State did go on a 6-0 run in the beginning. And I gotta tell you, Lucy Olsen, the way that she's been playing lately, I can't think now that she is not going to be drafted. She has been so solid, such a playmaker. Her footwork is good. Her handles are good, and she has been such a difference maker for this Iowa team. Sorry, I'm just laughing because, you know, Hugo's hunting one of the cats that I'm cat sitting that are going to leave today, sadly. Anyway, bear with me. But Lucy Olsen was pretty much the only one to actually score some buckets in that first quarter because Michigan State's defense, they were so good at covering Iowa's screens and making open for getting shots, pretty difficult. But I have to say, Iowa's defense was pretty solid as they did force Michigan State into 7 turnovers. Then in the second quarter, Hannah Stuelke showed up. She scored 8 points. Iowa went on a 16-0 run. A few other people outside of Olsen and Stuelke did score some points. Sydney Falter got some points in, but then the Spartans went on a little run, ending their 7-minute drought. But the Hawkeyes ended up at halftime dominating the frame, and they weathered the storm. In the third quarter, it got pretty tight. Scores were going up and down. Jensen goes kind of crazy, gets a tech after a pretty questionable foul call on Hannah Stuelke. Even Caitlin Clark in the crowd is questioning all these ref calls. But in the third quarter, Hannah Stuelke and Lucy Olsen are both kind of forced to the bench. Then Fierbach comes away with a steal and score, which hypes up the crowd.
Guarding defender, that's the rule. Fierbach gets the steal, going coast to coast for the finish.
But again, it's still really tense as Michigan State seems to have gotten their confidence back here. And in the end of the third, Hayden comes in for Stuelke. She gives some really good buckets, a really great and one in transition. With Iowa going on an 8-0 run, this game was just like back and forth runs, let me tell you. Hayden does stay in the game in the fourth quarter as she got hot. Why take a player out when they're hot? McCabe hits these triples. I think she hit 4 triples in the game. And Fierbach hitting a runner just before the buzzer definitely gives the crowd a little something extra.
Seconds left, Fierbach puts it on the deck, just gets it up in time!
But let me tell you, that fourth quarter, that was just all Iowa. And when Fierbach hits that corner triple, that was basically the dagger into Michigan State. And this Iowa team, they have been clicking in the right moments. Lucy Olsen, after watching her last 3-4 games, she's proven to be a solid point guard. She can make plays. What I'm noticing is her ability to pass and find the people in the right time, her shot making ability, her footwork. These are things that a WNBA team is going to be looking at when thinking about backup point guards or who they can cultivate to make plays in that position. Lucy Olsen is just really making a statement. Hannah Stuelke's game is just getting better, and she has 1 more year to go. But Lucy Olsen leads the way in points with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Stuelke gets a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. And McCabe hits those 4 triples. All around, good playing, multiple players involved. Caitlin Clark is stoked. I actually found a clip of 5 straight minutes, just Caitlin Clark watching basketball, which is so funny. There was an actual camera just pointed at her. I don't know if it was the entire game, but the clip that I found was literally 5 straight minutes, which is kind of like Caitlin Clark core. I actually watched all 5 minutes of this. I wish I could show it to you guys and just drop all 5 minutes here in the video, but YouTube has rules and this might get taken down, if not copyright stricken, so I am just gonna play it safe here. I did post it to my Twitter account if you are so inclined, at Rosalina Lee. It's at YoIt'sRosie. I made up that handle a long time ago. But go Hawks! Next up, the quarterfinals against Ohio.